New this morning, a woman was arrested after a construction zone crash early this morning. It happened just after midnight in the construction area along Main Avenue at 11th Street near downtown Fargo. Police say they'd been trying to pull her over for a while before the driver crashed into the construction cones. Officers think the woman had hit other things before ending up in that construction zone because of the severe damage to the car's front bumper. Now, witnesses tell Valley News Live that the woman was taken away from the scene by paramedics, but police aren't sure of her injuries, if there are any. Now, we are expecting to get more information a little bit later this morning. New this morning, a 10-year-old North Dakota boy is dead after an off-road vehicle crashed in the Northern Valley. The State Highway Patrol says the boy was driving a side-by-side four-wheeler yesterday near Mountain, North Dakota, when the vehicle tipped onto the driver's side. Troopers say the child was thrown from the vehicle and died. They say he was not wearing a seatbelt or a helmet. It's now 4:32. Let's get a check of that first alert storm team forecast. I had my windshield wipers on my way into work this morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green. Good morning.
That's right. This morning we're looking at some temperatures that are mild, but we have to put up with some rain showers here to start off the day today. You can see they're a little more substantial on the Minnesota side of the Red River here this morning. We're looking at showers that are a little bit more, I wouldn't say intense necessarily, but more steady rain going on around Detroit Lakes, a little more moderate rainfall happening in southern Clay County, northern Wilkin, and then back up toward Red Lake and back east or west from there into western parts of, again, northwestern Beltrami County and eastern parts of Marshall County and back into the Pennington and Red Lake County areas too. So some rain showers lifting north and east here this morning. If you're in Devil's Lake and Jamestown, you're either missing out or lucking out, depending on whether you wanted to see this rain or not. Fargo's been seeing some of those light rain showers. Here's a look at your temperatures right now. We are into the 50s to some low 60s. It's 58 degrees in Fargo, 59 in Grand Forks, it's 62 in Park Rapids, and 61 in Baudette and in Roseau, Thief River Falls, and down in Wadena. And where we've got rain, there's a little bit of lower visibility too. We're down to 3 miles in Wahpeton. Visibility is at 6 in Fargo, and some 5-mile visibility reports coming in from parts of northwest Minnesota. Winds are out of the north. They're very light, less than 10 miles per hour. So let's take a look at our hour-by-hour planner. Expect to have some showers working their way through yet again this morning. And the focus will be more into Minnesota than North Dakota, though we cannot rule out the chance for some rain through the rest of the morning in eastern North Dakota. You could see that we're more likely to be dealing with this through those morning hours. Heading into the noon hour, this starts to move eastward, and we see some sunshine in eastern North Dakota for the afternoon and creeping into Minnesota as well. But there are those of us in the east who are going to be stuck with mostly cloudy skies and some damp conditions as well. And temperatures, they're not quite as warm. We'll be more into the 60s in the east. And then in eastern North Dakota and west, we're looking at some 70s coming up along the Red River. So heading into this evening, that does clear out. We do start to see some quieting weather into the late night hours for tonight and continuing on into the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. So we'll start off the day tomorrow with some quieter weather. Temperatures similar to the 50s to about 60 degrees to begin your Wednesday. So here's a look at your 7-day planner. Expect to have some quieter weather. You know, it was looking like we would see some chances for rain here for the week yesterday, but now things have kind of started to show some signs of quieting down and staying warm. It's looking like a good week here after today's rain showers. We've got several days in a row of some dry weather temperatures, 70s, even 80 potentially or more on Wednesday. Heading into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday look pretty good. There is a slight chance for a little bit of rain coming up on Sunday.
Looks great. A very summer-like week for the kids who are wrapping up in North Dakota. All that school is about ready to be done. Contractors are gearing up for the next phase of a road and water main improvement project on 17th Street South in Fargo. And you should be ready too if you drive in that area. Crews will set up traffic control on 17th between 21st and 25th Avenues. Work will be divided into 3 sections to maintain residential access as much as possible. Crews will start closing the south section of the road only today. Over the next few months, they'll work their way north toward 21st Avenue South. The project is scheduled to be done by October. And here's a heads up about some road work that's set to begin in North Fargo today, starting at 8:30 a.m. 3rd Avenue North between University Drive and 10th Street North will be closed to through traffic. Crews are replacing a water main there and making other street improvements. The project is being done in phases, with work wrapping up in early November. 8 people were rescued after their boat sank in Big Candiyohi Lake in Willmar, Minnesota over the weekend. That's southwest of St. Cloud. Authorities say the driver of the 1974 speedboat was trying to bring it up to speed Sunday night when a portion of the motor and the boat fell into the lake. All 4 adults and 4 children were pulled to safety by others on a pontoon. Amazingly, no one was hurt. Authorities say the age of the boat and the excess weight of the passengers are believed to have contributed to this accident. A woman is hurt and her unborn baby is dead following an accidental shooting in Steele County, North Dakota. Officers were called to a rural home in Portland, North Dakota Sunday night on a report of a 22-year-old pregnant woman with a gunshot wound. She was life-flighted to a Fargo hospital where the baby died from injuries. The Becker County Sheriff's Office has identified the 2-year-old child who died in a house fire on Sunday. He was 2-year-old Micah Headland. His father, 48-year-old Michael Headland, was flown to a Fargo hospital with smoke inhalation. 46-year-old Melissa Headland and her 5-year-old daughter were both flown to a Minneapolis hospital with smoke inhalation and burns. The fire happened just before 1 a.m. on Sunday at a home in Becker County, about 9 miles northeast of Detroit Lakes. The house is considered a total loss. Investigators are still working to determine a cause. A Fargo nursing home says it had to retest several people after an equipment malfunction at the state lab. Eventide says it was notified that 4 of its positive tests were ruled inconclusive. 82 people who tested positive for COVID-19 are being retested due to this malfunction in Bismarck. While several counties were impacted, Cass County leads the group with 23 results that are being treated as inconclusive. According to the health department anyway, health officials say the results are mostly from long-term care facilities and mass testing events. 80% of the COVID-19 tests in the state are processed in Bismarck. Meanwhile, North Dakota health officials are confirming 40 new cases of COVID-19 and another death. Overall, the state has seen 54 deaths. 39 of those are from the virus. 7 are patients who died with the virus, and 8 death records are still pending. Of the 40 new coronavirus cases, 37 are in Cass County. 852 cases are considered active in the state, down 14 from yesterday. 40 North Dakotans are currently in the hospital. The state of Minnesota is reporting another 12 deaths and 745 new positive COVID-19 cases. The death toll in the state now stands at 881. 5,618 cases are considered active in the state. 605 are currently in a hospital, a jump of 52 from the day before. 248 of those patients are in the ICU. We'll be right back here on the Valley Today.